Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. We come out here to do a little bit of summer scouting. I got a couple cameras with me. I got a few spots that I want to go check, and where I'm walking to right now, I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to put a camera up or not. I just want to get in here and check it out. It's been a really long time since I've been to these areas. Just want to see if I can see any last year's signs, see if they still working like there was in previous years. Problem is I got a really long walk to get to it. The road's kind of messed up. With gas prices and the way everything's going nowadays, instead of using my truck, I used the wife's car to get up here, and I can't get all the way in here with the car. So I'm walking down the road at the moment to get down here to where I normally would park at. But anyways, enough with the excuses. I need to exercise anyways. So we're gonna walk on down in here and see if we can't find some areas to put up cameras. Alright, I made it out here to the first spot that I wanted to check. I do see some back, I don't know if you better see it, right over there. There's a historical trail that runs through there. And this is why I found it before, but they run along the edge of those palmettos over there. But what I found out here, which is going to be very beneficial, not right now, the closer it gets to season, the better this place is going to be. And I wanted to show you a few things that's going to turn this place into a good spot to a awesome spot. This big oak right there, this one right here, so if we can get up here, you can see them right there. So there's one, two, there's another big oak right here, and another one right there. So there's four of them. There's 4 oaks in this little wad right here that is just loaded down with acorns. When them things start dropping, this little spot right here is going to be an awesome spot to sit. I don't know exactly where you get to climb to be able to see in here, which I could get inside of one of these little oaks right here with my tree saddle. But there's a good oak right there you better climb. But anyways, between those acorns, there's something else I wanted to show you that may come in before the acorns do. See if I could find one. I thought I seen a lot of them over here a while ago. It's palmetto, there's some right there. Palmetto berries. You can see those berries right there. Some of these palmettos, it's got wads of berries in the bottom of them. There's historical value to them. Your Indians used to use them for medicines and stuff like that, and it would help with like urinary tract infections and swollen prostates. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that they're good for. And people's done got out here and they go crazy over picking them. It's real big down there in Florida, but this little area right here, this little opening you see, is full of palmettos on the outer edges of it. There's been plenty of times where I've sat in an area that's full of palmettos that the deer and hogs and the birds will they stay in palmettos and just moving around. You hear them just making all kind of racket. But that's what they're doing. They're in there eating those berries. They normally ripen between August, September. There's some deer tracks right here. August, September, November, in between August and November, somewhere around there. these berries will be ripe. It all depends on how much rain we're getting and stuff like that. But that's something to take note of. Between these acorns, when the acorns start falling and these berries start ripening, this may be a very good spot. I'm seeing deer sign in here, but it's not enough for me to put a camera up right now. So we're gonna get out of here before I put too much more scent down, and let's get on over there to our other spot and see what we got going on. All right, I come down the hill here, and then the hill comes down and it comes out to the swamp. Well, there's a little finger that goes out to a point out here, and what we've learned over the years, when we first found this area, we would always follow the hogs out, and they'd cross the water out here. Right now, it's completely dry. The swamps is dry, so we should be able to get out there pretty easy. But there's normally about knee-deep of water out there. But there's a little island out there that we ended up following. This island, it is the first island that everything comes off when they come off of the mainland and go out into the swamp. It's the first high ground that you come to. So, and there's multiple ways they're getting to it. But over the years, we have seen a lot of deer, a lot of hogs, some really nice bucks, some really big bucks out here. And what I want to do is get out here on this island, put a camera on it, and they might not be using it at the moment. As soon as the food starts falling, this will be their travel corridor, or whatever you want to call it, that goes from mainland to the swamps. So what I'm going to do is get out here and put a camera out here, and it should, I'd say, by the end of August, beginning of September, I'm going to come back out here and get this camera. But by then, I should know whether or not they're using this area or not. And I'm going to sneak out here, put this camera up, and get out. I'm not going to stomp around too much, because, this island, when they're using it heavy. I got this tree right here. This is a marker, a natural marker that we got. You can see it's being rubbed. The hogs. This used to be where the trail come right through here, and this was a scratching post for the hogs. We got so many new trees that's done fell out here. It's got them redirected. I don't know exactly where they coming, like where they going around these trees at. I got something in my eye, but I think they're going around to the edges of over here. It looks like, but what I'm gonna do is, I know this is where the old trail used to be at, and it runs straight down the center of this island. What I'm gonna do is go get on that side of the island and see if I can pinpoint, a better place to neck everything down. Because right here, I'm not exactly sure where they coming onto the island anymore. It's not right here like it used to be. There's sign here, but it's not like it used to be. There used to be a trail that run through here that looked like it was used day in and day out for years. It was just beat down. No matter how bushy or how green or how much foliage fell, there was a open trail that went across this thing. And like I said, I believe they're just walking the edges of it now, because none of this used to be here. All these down trees, there's two big giant trees that fell down across the trail over there. So I'm sure they're still using it. I just got to figure out where they going around these trees at, which side, and where they getting back onto this island at. I'm seeing some old tracks and stuff right here. There's an old rub on that cypress tree. So I'm sure they're still coming through here, but I'm gonna go down here and try to find a better spot where it necks down and where it gets a little more congested. I'm gonna put this camera up based off of my history of this island. And this is where it necks down back this way. This is the way we just came from. Right in here. I can't, like I said, it's been a while since anything's really used it. There's actually some fresh hog stuff back that way. But what I'm gonna do is put it on this tree right here. I'm gonna set it up on this tree and face it to the south. All right, and that's gonna face it pretty much across the island. So if anything comes through here, it should pick it up. Now, I don't think anything's using it right now. What I want is, soon as it gets closer to September, the acorns start falling. Out here in these swamps, they normally fall a little quicker than up here on the mainland. If they start dropping out in the swamp out there, they will start using this. So that's what I'm banking on. In between now and the next couple of weeks, I don't think anything's gonna come through here. I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if anything did. But I'm gonna set this camera up, and I'm gonna ease on out of here and get back towards the vehicle because I got a long walk back to the car. I think that'll work. Well, anyways, I'm gonna ease out of here. Now there is another spot up here where I came in to the swamp at. You know, I've killed some deer up here on the main land leading down into here. But once I get up there, I'm gonna look around, see if I see any sign from last year, see if anything's still using that area like that, and then I may go ahead and put a camera up there. I got the camera right here. It's facing down that fire break. And the reason is over the years, this oak right there, right there. I've climbed up that tree right there, and I've killed a couple deer out of this spot. You know, the only bad thing is they either cross this fire break or they walk up and down it. But there's normally a few scrapes right down here, down this way, and there's a bunch of them back that way. You know, this is just one of those areas. More than likely, everything that I've seen is either being right at daylight or right at dark coming through here. I believe they're bedding out this way in the thicket and coming back and forth to the swamp, and they just use this fire break to get to the swamp. But we're gonna set that one up and let it sit there, and when I come back to get that one out of the swamp, I'll get that one right there. But I'm out of cameras at the moment. I'm fixing to head back to the car. These spots here is stuff I know at some point they're gonna start coming back through here as soon as the food starts dropping. So I know there's gonna be some deer traffic through here. These cameras is more or less just to see what is actually out here, not trying to locate anything. But anyways, let me get on back up to the car